Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are pulling apart the spec sheets and user manuals for the Kramer K-Speak to answer a pretty specific question. Can a device the size of a coaster actually fix the audio disaster that is the modern huddle room?
Right. It is the question of the hour. We spend a fortune on high-resolution cameras, but we often forget that, if you can't hear the nuance in someone's voice, the meeting is effectively over.
You know the scenario I'm talking about. You dial into a hybrid meeting, the video is crisp, but the audio sounds like everyone is, speaking from inside a tin can located 3 rooms away. It's incredibly frustrating.
It is, and that's exactly what the K-Speak is trying to solve. It's an omnidirectional speakerphone, and while it looks simple, the documentation suggests it's really trying to tackle what we call audio clutter in these small meeting spaces.
Let's get into that because looking at the hardware, it really is just a small, sleek puck. And our goal today is to figure out how this tiny device manages to capture 360-degree sound. I mean, audio clarity really is the linchpin of modern communication.
Exactly. And it's not just a single microphone. It utilizes a 6-element microphone array. So instead of just pointing at the loudest person, it's designed for full 360-degree pickup.
Yeah, the specs mention a voice pickup radius of 5 meters, so that's about 16.4 feet. That sounds a little optimistic, doesn't it? Like, if I'm 16 feet away in a noisy office, is it actually going to pick me up clearly so I'm heard from every seat in the room?
Ideally, yes. But the distance is really only half the story. The real value of that 5-meter radius is democratization. If the person sitting in the far corner is quieter than the person next to the device.
Remote listeners mentally tune them out.
Right, precisely.
Yeah.
This array is designed to flatten that out. Plus, the manual highlights built-in noise and echo cancellation. It's filtering the signal so that the human voice cuts through the ambient noise.
So it's delivering high-fidelity sound for both the in-room and remote listeners. Okay, the audio engineering seems solid, but frankly, great sound is useless if I have to spend the first 10 minutes of every meeting fighting with Bluetooth settings to get it connected.
Oh, that is usually the bottleneck. But Kramer seems to have leaned heavily into plug-and-play here. You aren't limited to one connection type. It handles Bluetooth, specifically BT 4.2 plus EDR.
But if you don't trust the airwaves, you can plug it in directly via USB-C or even an O cable using a 3.5mm mini jack.
Yeah, that flexibility is key. And I noticed something interesting in the power specs, too. This thing creates a completely clutter-free table with optional 5-watt wireless charging.
Oh, nice. So no cables snaking across the table, but it also has wired charging at 5 volts, 1.5 amps if you need it. What about the battery life, though?
You're looking at up to 8 hours of operation on a single charge from its 2200 milliamp hour battery.
Effectively a full workday of meetings without a plug. Now, what happens if the team grows? We talked about that 16-foot radius, but if we move to a long boardroom table, one puck might not physically cut it.
In that case, the system is scalable. You can cascade 2 K-Speak units, just connect them together to cover larger tables effectively.
It also connects to the K180 Mini via USB for a seamless full-room audio and video setup. And considering the form factor, it's compact, just 12 centimeters by 3.5 centimeters.
Yeah, designed specifically for environments where table space is at a premium.
So the main takeaway here is that the K-Speak combines portability, diverse connectivity, and advanced noise cancellation to really democratize the meeting room audio experience.
It bridges the gap. It allows professional-grade audio to happen anywhere.
And that leads to a final provocative thought for you. With devices like this offering 8 hours of battery and wireless charging, are we moving toward a future where the conference room is no longer a physical place, but simply wherever you place a speaker on a table?
It definitely makes you rethink office design.
Absolutely. Something to think about the next time you're setting up for a call. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.